Chosen one, if you're watching this message right now, it's no accident. God has guided you here to this very moment because a divine message is unfolding for you. A message so powerful, so transformative, that it will shift the course of your life forever. You have been feeling it for a while now, a quiet but undeniable stirring inside your soul. Every time you walk through the door of your current home, what used to feel warm and safe now feels heavy, almost foreign, as if the walls themselves no longer recognize you. Instead of peace, there is restlessness. Instead of belonging, there is a subtle ache. You cannot quite explain why, but deep down, something in your spirit knows you are not meant to stay here much longer. This feeling is not random. It is not a sign that you are ungrateful or unstable. It is the whisper of heaven rising from within you, calling you toward the place you were always meant to be. Long before you became aware of it, your next home was already chosen for you. The shift you feel is not chaos. It is divine alignment unfolding exactly on time. Acts 17:26 says, "From one man he made all the nations, that they should inhabit the whole earth, and he marked out their appointed times in history and the boundaries of their lands." Lee, this is why your heart can no longer settle where it is. God has already marked the boundaries of your life, the seasons you would walk through, the places you would live, and the ground on which you would rise into your calling. The unease you carry is not failure or confusion. It is heaven loosening your roots from the soil of yesterday so that your spirit can flourish in the land prepared for tomorrow. And that is why this message has reached you right now. It is not a coincidence. It is a divine appointment. You were meant to hear this at this exact moment, so you would understand that you are not drifting aimlessly. You are being led. You are standing at the threshold of a sacred transition, and heaven has chosen this very hour to awaken you to it. If this message is stirring your spirit, don't scroll away. Declare your faith now. Comment 777 to say, "I receive this divine move," and let heaven know you are ready. This is your confirmation your new beginning starts here. You may have tried to convince yourself that everything is fine where you are, that the tension is temporary, that the heaviness will pass, that if you just wait it out, things will return to normal. But deep down, you know something has shifted. What once felt like shelter now feels like a cage. The atmosphere around you has grown stale, like air that has been breathed in too many times. You sense it in the way small frustrations have multiplied, in how peace has become rare, and how even simple routines now drain your energy. This is not because you have failed. It is because your spirit has outgrown this space. The environment that once supported your growth has finished its assignment. Staying here any longer will not just stall your progress, it will begin to wither what God has planted inside you. That is why heaven is stirring the ground beneath your feet, breaking the comfort that once kept you anchored. You are not being punished, you are being prepared. Isaiah 43:18-19 says, "Forget the former things, do not dwell on the past. See, I am doing a new thing. Now it springs up. Do you not perceive it? I am making a way in the wilderness and streams in the wasteland." God is not asking you to abandon what was good. He is inviting you to release what is finished. The chapter you are in has served its purpose, and now the Spirit is turning the page. Holding on will only make the transition harder. Letting go will make room for what has already been written for you. This is the same call that came to Abraham when God told him to leave his father's house and go to a land he had never seen. Abraham had no map, no guarantee, only a promise. Yet when he stepped out in obedience, God led him into the destiny that changed the world. You are standing at a similar threshold now. The unknown ahead of you is not empty. It is already filled with the plans God prepared before you were born. Every discomfort you feel is heaven pushing you toward the place where your purpose will awaken. What surrounds you now is too small for who you are becoming. The walls that once protected you are now too tight to contain the fullness of what God is calling forth within you. What lies ahead of you is not just another house. It is not simply a different address or a new set of walls. What heaven is preparing for you is a sacred dwelling, a place specifically designed to align with your soul, to nourish what has been dormant, and to hold the weight of who you are becoming. This is not about escaping your current space. This is about entering the environment that was written into your destiny long before you ever imagined it. Haggai 2:9 says, "The glory of this present house will be greater than the glory of the former house, declares the Lord Almighty, and in this place I will grant peace." This is heaven's promise to you. The home that awaits you will not merely shelter you, it will carry glory. It will be filled with peace that silences the noise within you. Every detail, the way the light pours through the windows, the way the rooms are shaped, the way the ground feels under your feet, has been orchestrated to match your spiritual frequency. You will walk through the door and something deep within you will exhale, as if your soul has finally come home after a long journey. Think of how the Israelites felt when they crossed the Jordan and stepped into the Promised Land in Joshua 1. For generations, they had wandered in temporary places, tents that never felt like home. But the moment their feet touched the soil God had promised, the wilderness ended. Their wandering ceased. They were no longer surviving. They were established. That is what is waiting for you on the other side of this transition. This is not another season of wandering. This is your promised place. Even now, you may have caught glimpses of it without realizing moments when a certain house number caught your eye, or you found yourself imagining rooms filled with sunlight, or dreaming about moving without understanding why. Those flashes are not coincidences. They are spiritual previews. The Holy Spirit has been showing your soul fragments of what has already been prepared, so that when it appears, you will recognize it instantly. You are not chasing after a fantasy. You are responding to a summons. The home that heaven has chosen for you is real, waiting, and already saturated with the peace, joy, and destiny your spirit was made to carry. This move is not only about a place, it is about a person. What awaits you is not just a house, but a soul connection, someone whose life has been woven into yours long before either of you understood it. This individual is not appearing by chance. Their presence in your path is the result of years of divine orchestration, subtle alignments, and unseen preparation. While you have been wrestling with restlessness, they have been unknowingly preparing the ground where your destiny will take root. They are not coming to simply offer you a roof or keys to a property. They are carrying a frequency that resonates with the deepest layers of your spirit. Being near them will feel like standing in sunlight after years of shadow, a warmth that melts away the heaviness you did not realize you were carrying. Their energy will not compete with yours. It will complement and amplify it, as if the two of you were designed to activate each other. You may not recognize them at first. Their arrival will seem subtle, even ordinary. But when your eyes meet, something ancient inside you will stir, not a spark of novelty, but a deep familiarity, like remembering a song you used to know. It will feel less like meeting someone new, and more like returning to someone you have somehow always known. This is the mark of a divine appointment. Living within the space they have prepared will do more than give you comfort. It will unlock parts of you that have been asleep for years. Hidden gifts will surface without effort. Ideas will flow easily. The walls will seem to echo with encouragement. And as you step into your purpose, their presence will quietly hold space for your transformation, not demanding, not pushing, simply being, like steady light in the corner of the room. Understand this clearly. They are not here to fix you or complete you. They are here to witness your becoming, to anchor the atmosphere while you rise. And you, in turn, will unknowingly awaken something in them that has waited for your arrival. This is not an arrangement of convenience. It is a sacred alignment two paths finally converging at the exact point heaven intended all along. Stepping into this new home will not be a small shift. It will be a complete realignment of your entire life. This move is not just about living in a different place. It is about positioning yourself in the exact location where heaven has designed your purpose to flourish. The walls you walk through, the air you breathe, the ground beneath your feet will all carry a different spiritual frequency, one that lifts you instead of weighing you down. And as soon as you cross the threshold, things that have been stuck for years will begin to move with sudden ease. Psalm 37:23 says, "The steps of a good person are ordered by the Lord, and he delights in their way." That is what this shift represents. Your steps falling into divine order. When you are in the right place, doors open without force. Opportunities that seemed impossible will suddenly come looking for you. People who were once distant will be drawn toward your light. The exhausting struggle to make things happen will end because you will finally be aligned with the current of heaven. Instead of swimming against the tide, you will feel yourself carried forward by grace. Finances will begin to flow again, not through striving, but through alignment. What once felt like scarcity will dissolve as provision starts arriving from unexpected directions. Your creativity will ignite. Ideas will come with clarity and urgency, as if they had been waiting just beyond the edge of your awareness, waiting for you to step into the right atmosphere. Even your health will begin to shift. The stress and tension of living in an environment that no longer fits, you have been pressing on your body more than you realize. Once you are in the place chosen for you, that pressure will lift, your mind will quiet, your body will rest more deeply. The simple act of breathing in your new space will feel different, lighter, freer, full of oxygen and hope. Relationships that have been draining you will begin to fade. They will not need to be forced out. They will simply lose their hold as you rise into a new frequency. At the same time, people who truly resonate with your spirit will appear naturally. This new space will attract them. Like a beacon, authentic connections will form without effort, replacing surface-level ties with bonds that nourish your soul. And all of this will not just bless you, it will ripple outward. Your rising will lift others. Your obedience to relocate will become a gateway through which heaven can release blessings to everyone connected to you. This move is not only for your comfort, it is for your calling. It will mark the beginning of a chapter where your gifts are fully seen, your voice carries farther, and your life finally aligns with the greatness it was always meant to hold. You cannot step into what has been prepared for you while still clinging to what was meant only for a season. To receive this new home, you must begin clearing the path not just physically, but spiritually. This is not about forcing anything to happen. It is about aligning your spirit with what heaven has already decided, so that when the door opens, you are ready to walk through it without hesitation or fear. Start by gently releasing your energetic attachment to your current space. Walk through each room slowly and speak gratitude over it. Thank the walls that sheltered you, the floors that carried you, the windows that let the light in. Say, "Thank you for protecting me while I was here. I now release this space with love and peace." This simple act shifts your energy from clinging to honoring, which opens the spiritual gate for your new beginning. Then, cleanse your environment, open every window, let fresh air sweep through each corner as you declare, "I release all fear, resistance, and heaviness. I welcome change, and I welcome the perfect home prepared for me." You will feel the atmosphere lighten almost instantly. This is not symbolic, it is spiritual. The heaviness has been the residue of endings. As you open the windows, you invite heaven to clear the old so the new can enter. Begin visualizing your new space every morning. Close your eyes and imagine yourself walking through sunlit rooms filled with peace. Feel the floors beneath your feet. See yourself smiling, rested, safe. Do this daily. The more your spirit becomes familiar with this reality, the faster it can manifest in the physical. Pair this visualization with a simple affirmation. I am ready to receive the home heaven has prepared for me. Create a small vision board. Add images, colors, textures, and words that represent what you know your new home will carry: light, safety, freedom, beauty. Place it where you will see it each day. Carry a small piece of paper in your pocket with the words "Divine Home" written on it. This serves as a physical anchor, a constant reminder that your steps are guided and your home is already on its way. And above all, stay alert. Divine timing rarely looks logical. The shift may come suddenly, in a way that seems too easy to be real. That is how you will know it is heaven. So prepare now, not with striving, but with surrender. Clear the space within you, and the space prepared for you will appear right on time. When the moment comes, it will not arrive with fanfare. It will not wait for everything to feel certain, safe, or fully mapped out. The door to your new home will appear quietly, almost gently, and stepping through it will require faith, not blind hope, but sacred trust. The kind of trust that moves, even when details are still hidden, that walks forward while your mind is still catching up to what your spirit already knows. Hebrews 11:8 says, "By faith, Abraham obeyed when he was called to go out to a place he would later receive as his inheritance. He went out, not knowing where he was going." This is the same call now echoing through your life. Like Abraham, you will be asked to go before you fully understand. The blueprint has already been written, but you will not see every line of it before you begin. Heaven rarely hands out maps, it gives moments. And this move will come wrapped in one of those moments when your spirit suddenly knows it's time. Faith will be your key. Faith will unlock the threshold and carry you across it. Fear will try to argue, whispering about what could go wrong, about what you might lose. But faith will whisper louder, reminding you that what is ahead has been prepared by divine hands. Faith does not demand proof. Faith simply agrees with what God has already spoken, even if your eyes cannot yet see it. Understand this: the life you have prayed for will not wait on your perfect readiness. It will wait on your willingness. Readiness is shaped by circumstances. Willingness is shaped by trust. Heaven does not need you to have every box packed and every question answered. It only needs your yes. Your surrender will activate what has been suspended in the unseen. So when the sign appears, the unexpected call, the sudden opening, the opportunity that feels strangely familiar, do not hesitate. Do not second-guess what your spirit instantly recognizes. Step forward with calm boldness. Speak gratitude as you go. Cross the threshold not as someone escaping the old, but as someone answering destiny's invitation. Your first step will feel weightless, like walking on air. That is how you will know it was never about logistics. It was always about alignment. Heaven is not asking you to figure it all out. Heaven is asking you to trust that it already has. Once the spiritual shift begins, it will start to echo into the physical world around you. At first, the signs may feel small, even dismissible, but they are not random. They are confirmations from heaven that the transition has already been set in motion. Your role will be to notice them, to recognize them not as coincidences, but as divine signals clearing your path. One of the first signs will be a rising dissatisfaction with your current surroundings. The rooms will feel heavier. The air will feel still. What used to bring you comfort will now leave you strangely empty. You might find yourself avoiding being home for long stretches of time, choosing to linger elsewhere without knowing why. This is your spirit gently detaching from the old space. You are not becoming restless, you are being released. Another sign will come through dreams. You may see yourself packing boxes, walking through unfamiliar hallways, or riding in moving trucks. These are not random fragments of imagination. They are spiritual previews, glimpses of what your soul already knows is coming. Pay attention to how real they feel, how peaceful they are, how they leave you with a sense of inevitability rather than fear. Conversations will begin to shift as well. People may bring up housing, locations, or moving out of nowhere, even when you weren't discussing it. This is heaven, using the voices around you as echoes of what's approaching. You may also notice new individuals appearing in your life, seemingly casual connections, who will later become part of the transition itself, offering opportunities, advice, or open doors. Financial patterns will start to change. Unexpected money may come in. Expenses may suddenly lighten. Obligations tied to your current home, like leases or mortgages, will naturally move toward an ending without struggle. This is not a chance. This is divine timing, quietly clearing the runway for your takeoff. Even the energy of your current home will begin to resist you. Wi-Fi dropping, electronics glitching, appliances breaking without reason. These are physical manifestations of spiritual misalignment. The environment is signaling that it can no longer hold your frequency. Pets may become restless, staring at empty spaces, sensing the shift before you see it. And finally, there will be signs you cannot explain repeating house numbers, street names that follow you, addresses you keep noticing. Do not dismiss them. They are coordinates from heaven, small breadcrumbs leading you home. When these signs appear, do not cling tighter to where you are. Instead, whisper gratitude. Say, "I see it. I'm ready." The more you acknowledge these signs, the faster the path will open. Heaven reveals only what you are prepared to honor, and by honoring the signs, you are showing heaven you are ready for what comes next. This home is not simply a destination. It is an activation. When you step into it, something deep within you will awaken something that has been quietly waiting for the right atmosphere to breathe again. You have carried seeds of potential for years, seeds that could not grow in the thin soil of your current surroundings. But this new space has been cultivated for them. The moment your feet cross the threshold, what has been dormant will begin to bloom. The air itself will feel different, lighter, sharper, more alive. Ideas will rush in like wind through open windows. Your mind will clear. The creative sparks that once flickered and faded will suddenly catch fire, burning steady and bright. You will notice yourself thinking more boldly, speaking more confidently, moving more purposefully, as though the space itself is lending you courage. Your emotional landscape will shift as well. The subtle heaviness that has clung to you, the low hum of fatigue, the quiet undercurrent of doubt will dissolve. The walls will seem to hold your spirit gently, allowing you to exhale fully for the first time in years. You will feel safe enough to stretch, safe enough to rest, safe enough to dream again without apologizing for it. Relationships will transform too. People who once drained you will fade quietly from your orbit, while those aligned with your growth will appear effortlessly. This home will act as a filter, allowing only what nourishes you to remain. Conversations will deepen. Connections will become more authentic. You will no longer feel the need to shrink yourself to fit into spaces that cannot contain you. Even your body will respond. Sleep will come easier. Your energy will rise. The tension you've carried in your chest, your jaw, your shoulders will melt as the pressure of misalignment lifts. It will be as though the very structure of the house is holding you, allowing your nervous system to finally stand down. Healing will not have to be chased, it will begin simply by existing in this environment. But above all, this home will draw out your purpose. It will call your hidden gifts to the surface, almost without effort. Skills you thought were lost will reappear. Passions you buried will reignite. Your voice will grow stronger, your vision sharper. You will feel heaven's wind at your back, urging you forward. This will not be just a place where you live. It will be the place where you rise, the space where your true self finally steps into the light, fully seen, fully heard, fully alive. This move will not be an isolated event. It will be the tipping point, the silent turning of the wheel that begins to shift everything else. Once you step into the place heaven has prepared, the alignment will ripple outward, touching every layer of your destiny. Nothing will remain untouched, because this is not just about where you live. It is about where your life will finally begin to flow. Your career will start to move as if unseen gears have locked into place. Opportunities that once seemed far away will suddenly come toward you. The new location will place you at the intersection of divine timing and divine connections. The right people will notice you without you trying. What used to require exhausting effort will begin to happen with unexpected ease. You will not be striving anymore. You will be standing where doors open naturally. Finances will follow this same pattern. Where scarcity once loomed like a shadow, provision will begin to flow like water. Streams of income will appear from places you could not have predicted. The pressure to chase and force will lift, replaced by a steady confidence that what you need is already finding its way to you. As you align with heaven's design, abundance will become your new normal. Your relationships will transform as well. People who belong to your future will be drawn to you magnetically. Those who are part of your past will gently fall away, not through conflict but through natural separation. The house will serve as a spiritual threshold. Only those who carry peace, encouragement, and alignment will cross it. In this environment, you will no longer tolerate connections that dim your light. Instead, you will attract those who amplify it. Even your spiritual life will accelerate. The atmosphere will make it easier to hear God's voice, to discern direction, to move with clarity. Prayer will feel lighter, not like climbing uphill, but like breathing. The distractions that clouded your spirit in your old space will be stripped away, leaving stillness, focus, and revelation. In this home, heaven will not feel far. It will feel near, woven into the air itself. And as this transformation unfolds, the impact will not stop with you. Everyone connected to your life will feel the shift. Your stability will become their safety. Your breakthrough will unlock theirs. The light you carry will stretch farther, reaching people you have not even met yet. This is why heaven has been so deliberate about preparing this move, because it is not only about your comfort, but about your calling. This house is not the end of your journey. It is the launch point from which your destiny will finally unfold in full. What is coming will not follow the usual timeline. This transition will not unfold like a typical move, months of searching, endless applications, slow negotiations. Because this home has already been chosen in the spiritual realm, the physical process will accelerate in ways that will defy logic. What would normally take seasons will happen in moments. It will feel sudden to you, but heaven has been building toward this moment for years. Divine timing does not move like human planning. It does not operate on spreadsheets or schedules. It operates on alignment. And the moment your spirit aligns fully with what has been prepared, the shift will rush in like a flood. Delays will dissolve. Obstacles will collapse. What once felt distant will appear almost overnight. You will look back and wonder how it all came together so quickly, but heaven will know it was simply right on time. At first, this acceleration may feel disorienting. Doors will open in quick succession. Conversations that used to take months will be settled in days. People will appear with answers you didn't even know you needed. Paperwork will clear faster than expected. Resources will arrive just when you need them, not a moment too early, not a moment too late. It will seem unreal, but it will be real. It will be the result of spiritual momentum finally breaking through into your physical life. Understand this clearly. Divine timing is not random luck. It is precision. It has been waiting for the exact intersection of your readiness and heaven's decree. That intersection is approaching now. You are standing on the edge of it, which is why everything in your current environment feels like it is unraveling, because heaven is pulling you out before the ground closes over your feet. This is why you must remain calm when the acceleration begins. Do not panic when the pieces start moving quickly. Do not second guess when the pace suddenly increases. This is not chaos, this is orchestration. Heaven will never rush you to harm you. It will only accelerate you when the path ahead has already been cleared. And when it happens, it will feel like stepping into a river that has been flowing all along, finally allowing yourself to be carried by the current. You will not have to push, you will only have to trust. What once crawled will begin to run. What once resisted will suddenly yield. What once seemed impossible will fall into place with effortless precision. This is how you will know. The timeline is no longer yours. It belongs to heaven now. When acceleration comes, it will not ask for your permission. It will not wait for you to feel ready or for every detail to be perfectly organized. The pace will increase suddenly, like a strong wind filling the sails of your life. This is why remaining steady will be essential, not resisting the speed, but anchoring your spirit as you are carried forward. Heaven is not asking you to control this momentum. It is asking you to remain rooted while it moves you. The first way to stay steady is to slow your inner world, even while your outer world speeds up. Guard your mornings. Begin each day in stillness, even if only for a few minutes. Sit quietly, breathe deeply, and speak gratitude for what is unfolding. Say, I trust the timing, I trust the process, I trust that what is for me will not pass me by. These words are not just affirmations, they are spiritual anchors. They will hold your heart steady while everything else begins to shift. Secondly, release the need to understand everything at once. Acceleration will tempt your mind to chase after clarity, to map out every step in advance, but you do not need a full blueprint. You only need enough light for your next step. Let yourself move one decision at a time, one day at a time. This will protect you from burnout and help you stay sensitive to heaven's guidance in real time. Protect your energy as well. During this season, many people may want your attention, your advice, or your presence not out of malice, but because your light will be rising and drawing them in. Be discerning. Guard your focus like treasure. Say no gently but firmly to anything that pulls you away from preparing for this transition. Remember, your priority is not to please everyone. Your priority is to be ready for what heaven is delivering. And finally, stay soft. Acceleration can make you tense without realizing it, clenching your jaw, holding your breath, bracing for impact. Instead, let your body stay loose. Let your spirit stay open. Walk through each fast-moving moment with calm eyes and steady steps. Trust that if heaven has increased the speed, it has also strengthened your foundation. You are not being swept away. You are being carried. You are not losing control. You are surrendering it to the one who knows exactly where you are going. The ground will hold beneath you. The current will not drown you. The faster it moves, the closer you are to home. There will come a moment when everything narrows to a single choice, a threshold. It may not look dramatic on the surface. It might even appear ordinary, signing your name on a page, carrying a single box into a new room, turning the key in a door that has been waiting for you. But spiritually, it will be monumental. This will be the moment you cross from what has been into what will be. At that threshold, something sacred will shift. You will feel the atmosphere change the instant you step through. The weight you have carried for years will loosen from your shoulders, as if invisible hands are lifting it away. The air will feel lighter. Your chest will feel wider. There will be a stillness, not the stillness of emptiness, but the stillness of alignment. It will feel like stepping into a space that has known your name all along. You may cry without warning. You may laugh out loud. You may simply stand there in silence, unable to move for a few moments as your soul catches up to what heaven has just done. Do not rush this moment. Let it wash over you. It is not just about moving your body into a new location. It is about letting your spirit fully inhabit the life that has been waiting for you. Understand this clearly. When you cross that threshold, you are not abandoning your past, you are fulfilling it. Every struggle, every delay, every detour will suddenly make sense, because you will see how each one brought you here. This is the place where the fragments of your story finally come together. The disappointments that once haunted you will lose their grip. They will no longer feel like endings. They will feel like preparation. And as you cross, you will feel heaven itself bearing witness. The unseen will celebrate. The spiritual realm will mark the moment with quiet reverence, as if all creation is pausing for just a breath to honor what is happening, the return of a soul to the ground prepared for it since the beginning. You are not simply moving into a house. You are stepping into alignment with the original blueprint of your destiny. From this point on, life will not feel like something you are chasing. It will feel like something you are inhabiting. The striving will end, the searching will cease. You will not feel behind anymore, because you will know deeply, undeniably, that you are finally where you were always meant to be. This is the threshold of becoming, the moment when your soul says yes, not only to a new home, but to a new life, and when you cross it, nothing will be the same again because you will not be the same again. Once you have crossed the threshold, life will begin to feel astonishingly different. The weight you carried will not return. The chaos that used to swirl around you will not be able to find you here. In this new place, you will notice that everything begins to move with a quiet rhythm, not rushed, not forced, simply flowing. It will be like stepping into a river that has always been running, and finally allowing it to carry you. Here, you will not have to push doors open anymore. They will open as you approach. Opportunities will align without struggle. The right people will arrive with divine precision, not because you chased them, but because this place was designed to draw them. There will be no need to prove yourself. Your presence alone will speak what words once had to explain. Your work will transform. What used to drain you will begin to energize you. Tasks that once felt heavy will become light, as if they are carried on invisible currents. You will find yourself accomplishing more with less effort, because you are no longer working against the grain, you are moving with the grain of heaven's design. Ideas will come quickly and clearly. Projects will complete themselves with surprising ease. Even your timing will sharpen, as though something unseen is coordinating your steps with exact precision. Your inner life will deepen as well. The stillness in this place will make it easier to hear God's voice, not as distant thunder, but as a gentle whisper. Prayer will become natural, like breathing. Revelation will come suddenly, like flashes of light. You will notice that your discernment sharpens and your confidence grows, because this house has been built on spiritual alignment, and alignment breeds clarity. Relationships will flourish. People who walk in peace will feel at home here, and they will be drawn to your light. Conversations will be rich, rooted, nourishing. Connections will form that do not drain but pour back into you. You will no longer feel the need to shrink to be accepted. This space will not require you to be less. It will hold you exactly as you are. Even your body will respond. You will sleep more deeply. You will rise more rested. The tension that once gripped your shoulders and jaw will dissolve. Your breath will become slower, fuller. Your body will trust what your spirit already knows, that you are safe now, that you are home. And as you continue living here, you will realize something beautiful. The flow was never about perfection. It was always about positioning. By stepping into your promised place, you stepped into the current of heaven. And now, everything good will begin to find you, not because you are striving, but because you are finally standing where you were always meant to be. This move is not only about you. Heaven never orchestrates something this precise just for a single life. What is about to unfold will ripple far beyond your own story, reaching everyone connected to you, even those who do not yet realize their lives are tied to yours. When you rise, they will feel it. When you cross the threshold, their atmosphere will shift. The ground beneath your obedience will carry blessings into their paths. Some will be encouraged simply by witnessing your journey. They have silently wondered if change is possible, if they are allowed to dream of more, if it is too late for them to begin again. When they see you step out of what is comfortable and into what is destined, something in them will awaken. Your courage will become their permission. Your movement will unlock their faith. Without preaching, without trying to teach, your life will quietly speak hope into their despair. Others will receive a direct breakthrough because of your relocation. There are people whose provision has been delayed, waiting on your obedience. Once you step into your prepared place, the blessings meant to flow through you will finally be released. Opportunities will open for them as a byproduct of your alignment. It will seem sudden to them, but it will be the result of spiritual currents set in motion by your yes. Your family will feel the shift too. The peace that settles over your new home will begin to spill into their lives. Tensions that once marked your relationships will start to dissolve. Conversations will soften. Old patterns of fear, striving, or scarcity will quietly break as they encounter the atmosphere of abundance that now surrounds you. Your move will become a spiritual reset point in your bloodline the moment heaven began writing a different story for your family through you. Even those at a distance will be affected. Friends you haven't spoken to in years may suddenly reach out, drawn by a change they cannot name. Your light will travel farther now. The stability of your foundation will become a safe place for others to rest their faith upon. What you carry will multiply simply by existing in the place where it was always meant to be carried. Understand this. Heaven is strategic. It placed you in their lives for a reason, and it is moving you now for their sake as much as for yours. Your obedience will become their open door. Your rising will become their confirmation that God has not forgotten them either. This is why you must not shrink back. This is why you must not delay. When you take your place, you are not just fulfilling your destiny, you are igniting theirs. Stand still for a moment and breathe. Look at where you are, not with the eyes of fear, but with the eyes of faith. You have walked through seasons of restlessness, silence, and invisible resistance to arrive here. Every delay that made you question yourself was not rejection, it was protection. Every door that closed was not a failure, it was heaven redirecting your path toward the place prepared for you. Heaven has not been withholding your future, it has been holding it steady until the ground could carry the weight of your becoming. And now, the ground is ready, and so are you. This is where the wandering ends. This is where striving ceases. From this moment on, you are no longer waiting for your life to begin. You are stepping into it. You are not hoping to be chosen anymore. You are living as someone who already is. Seal this moment within you. Place your hand over your heart and speak softly but with authority. I release the old season with gratitude. I bless every place that has carried me this far, and I now step fully into the new. I receive the home prepared for me. I receive the peace, the abundance, the purpose that waits within it. I will not shrink back. I will not doubt. I will walk boldly into what heaven has written for me. These are not just words, they are a covenant. Heaven hears them, heaven honors them, and heaven will move because of them. Now, walk forward lightly. Carry no weight from the past. Do not look over your shoulder to keep checking what is behind you. Those doors are not closing to reject you, they are sealing because their assignment is complete. The season behind you is blessed, but it is over. The season before you is holy, and it is opening. Step into it with steady feet. Unpack your hope. Hang your dreams on the walls. Let your laughter echo through this new space. Fill it with prayer, with song, with light. This is not just a house. It is the altar of your future, the sacred ground where the next chapters of your destiny will be written in living color. And as you walk through its rooms, Remember this truth. You are not here by accident. You are here by divine design. The same God who drew the boundaries of the oceans, drew the boundaries of your life, and He has called you here. This is where your promise takes shape. This is where your spirit takes root. This is where your story begins again, fully alive, fully aligned, fully yours. Welcome home.